One of the questions that is coming through this intellectual property rights assault period is, what is Twitter? I mean, my perspective associated with Twitter is it's something that takes a lot of effort in order to gather a large group of Twitter followers, or perhaps some capital, some fame capital or something like that you work on. Maybe you print on your merchandise or this kind of stuff. So people who invest in these experiences feel some need to, I don't know what the terminology is, but like follow you on Twitter. I think that's the terminology. So what does that mean when you have, millions of Twitter followers? Well, it doesn't seem to mean that these people actively gather on Twitter or seek out information on Twitter. One of my favorite metrics when I was studying weblogs, or as they became blogs, yes, that's what they became. Anyway, was the high numbers, the claims associated with millions of people having blogs, which was Tumblr, these kind of things that sold for literally billions of dollars, associated with potentially millions of blogs, when actually any basic technical appreciation indicated that most of these blogs on Tumblr were really porn bots creating umpteen Tumblr pages to point search results at their specific porn sites. I mean, it all was very, very curious, and the numbers associated with blogs, they just weren't there. And if you actually looked at it, because there was blogging software that caught people when they actually posted blogs. There was central software that was designed to aggregate links that linked up to all the major blogging sites. And from that, through its peak, you would see 30,000, maybe 40,000 on the weekend. It's only 40,000 people posting blogs. Maybe some of them were crazy people that were posting like 3 to 5 blogs a day. It was never as big as it was claimed, and the whole thing just disappeared very quickly. The Twitterverse is exactly the same. I mean, I do think that there are people that invest a lot of time in, cultivating tweets and cultivating followers, and many of them do so very successfully. But you're still talking about thousands. The notion that there are millions there is just not supported. In this IP assault case, the individual concerned has a hashtag which is supposed to be being used. There are less than 200 uses of this hashtag. So from 3 million followers or whatever, you can't even get a couple of thousand? I mean, what kind of turnaround is that? That indicates that the whole thing is stemmed on probably bots, something to try to prop Twitter up. And I mean, Twitter, very similar to Tumblr, they don't want to show how many of these things are fake. They just want huge numbers, so they can probably be resold or something like that, but there's nothing behind it. It's all very, very curious. So when I reflect on the fact that I can never get my Twitter game started, I always look for these data points to try to understand what is Twitter, because it doesn't seem to recruit millions of people. It seems to be just something that I guess people have a Twitter account. They just don't seem to use it. And of the folks that I know, I should actually do that statistically, because I'm pretty sure that most of the people that follow me on Twitter, this is Barbalay, my Twitter handle, my main Twitter handle, pretty sure most of them aren't bots. But even of those, probably only 15% at most post at least once a week. So even over that time period, a majority of the people that I follow on Twitter who are real humans have stopped using it. Just makes me wonder what it is in some really profound sense.